San Francisco and going to Crocker Amazon Soccer Complex as I'm there to watch a rare SFSFL midweek game in the Premier Division between SF Young Boys versus SF Hibernian. Now, as we're near the end of the season of the SFSFL, normally when you have two teams that are near the bottom of the standings, this game kind of is a little meaningless with the way that maybe both of these teams are playing out of the string. However, one of the unique thing about the SFSFL is that there is promotion and relegation, since there's free division in this one, and both of these teams are looking to stay in the top division of the SFSFL and trying to avoid to finish dead last in the Premier Division, which is the spot that will get you relegated into the major division, which is the second tier of the SFSFL. And for SF Young Boys, they got a massive win over the weekend for them to climb out of that bottom spot, but they're only sitting 1 point in terms of the relegation zone, whereas for SF Hibernian, they're a little bit more comfortable. They're currently 4 points above the drop, and certainly if they can get a win in this one, this pretty much came close to confirm that they will be staying in the Premier Division next year. But certainly, this is definitely one of those rare relegation six-pointer that you usually see in the lower league. So, yeah, let's see who's going to get this massive 3 points to help their cause in terms of staying away from getting relegated into the major division next year in the SFSFL. Let's go soccer. So I've just arrived here at Crocker Amazon Soccer Complex, and as you can see, both teams are doing their pre-game warm-up. I believe these are the SF Young Boys player doing their pre-game warm-up, and on the other side there, I think those are the SF Hibernian player doing their pre-game warm-up. So we've got about 35 minutes before the beginning of this match, and now it looks like both teams are just kind of finishing up their last minute warm-up. The referee are also about to deliver the ball into the center circle, and in just a bit we're going to get ready for the start of this SFSFL Premier Division, this relegation six-pointer match between SF Young Boys and SF Hibernian. And the referee gets this match underway. SF Young Boys will be going all black tonight, going from left to right, whereas SF Hibernians will be going all yellow tonight, going from right to left, as we are underway of what actually is a pleasant night here in San Francisco. It's very rare you see no fog here in San Francisco on a summer night, but that's what we have here. So here comes SF Hibernian, already an early opportunity, and he scuffs that shot away, and that is going to be a goal kick. And I wouldn't be surprised, we might see some misplay in this game and some bad finishing as well, because as I said, you know, whenever you get a matchup between two bottom feeders, especially in the Premier Division, don't expect the quality is going to be anything similar to what we saw in the last SFSFL Premier Division game, which was a game between two really good teams. Finish the season dead last, which means you're relegated to the major division. It's a long throw in here. It's punched away. Second effort is Sky toward closer to Boxer Stadium than actually on goal. SF Young Boys go on the attack here on the left side. Gonna dink this one in, and then he just once again hit that one closer to Boxer Stadium than actually toward goal, as he got that one completely wrong on the volley. SF Young Boys have been going with the Minnesota tactic so far with these long throw-in. And here it is. He got the flig, and that is going to go wide. It's actually going to come toward me here. So I'm going to just kick this one back into play. It's a goal kick coming up for SF Hibernian. Within range to shoot, and judging by the fact that there was not a lot of Hibernian player in the box, it seems like he's going to shoot this one. No, he's actually going to deliver toward the back post. It wasn't clear very well, but unfortunately that player just completely got it wrong there on the volley. As now, no foul, says the referee, but SF Young Boys, this might be a chance here, and the goalkeeper palmed that one away, and that is really the first time we've seen either goalkeeper makes a big save here, and that was definitely a big save because it was creeping toward that bottom left corner for minutes, but it just feels like things have kind of settled down, as now the referee is going to blow for the halftime whistle, as it is halftime here between SF Young Boys and SF Hibernian. And actually misjudged the time in terms of us getting to halftime. I didn't realize that the halftime whistle was going to blow, but either way, halftime here at Crocker Amazon Soccer Complex. It's scoreless in this relegation six-pointer between SF Hibernian and SF Young Boys. So it's halftime here at Crocker Amazon Soccer Complex as it's scoreless between SF Hibernian and SF Young Boys. And so far, I think the team in black, SF Young Boys, have been the better team, but unfortunately, they just have lacked that final third quality. They did get a couple of chances of their own, but just couldn't quite show their finishing. And there's no doubt that heading into the second half, you kind of feel like the message for them is kind of more of the same, but also be a little bit sharper in the final third. Meanwhile, for SF Hibernian, there's no doubt they have absorbed a lot of pressure in the first half. There's no doubt that they're going to maybe try to have to suffer again in the second half if SF Young Boys is going to continue to go at them. But they also need to get something going on the attacking end as well, because as much as I know they have a 4-point gap in terms of the relegation zone and they don't necessarily need to get a win, they're still sitting in a pretty good position. They would love to try to get a win tonight so that they pretty much will confirm themselves pretty close to being safe and being able to play in the Premier Division next year as well. But it's definitely all to play for heading into the second half. Let's see if we're going to get a goal here in the second half as well. I thought there was probably going to be plenty of goals, especially looking at how the first couple of minutes has gone. But we'll see whether or not if we're going to get a goal here in the second half and who is going to be the team that gets that crucial goal in this relegation 6-pointer. And now it looks like the SF Young Boys player are back on the pitch, and it looks like the SF Hibernian player is also back on the pitch, and it's a relatively quick halftime break as well. I don't think the referees are even ready just yet, but I'm assuming in just a bit we're going to get ready for the start of the second half between SF Hibernian and SF Young Boys. And the referee gets this second half underway. Well, after a scoreless first half in this relegation 6-pointer, let's see who is going to get that crucial lead here. And we'll see whether or not if it's going to be SF Young Boys or is it going to be SF Hibernian, as we are underway again on this beautiful, kind of unexpected night here. Again, usually it's a very foggy night here on this summer night here in San Francisco, but we're underway here. SF Hibernian already just 1 minute into the second half. They're already under the cuss here. Corner deliver in, and this one is going to flash wide, as that is going to be a goal kick. I think the goalkeeper was pretty comfortable there as he kind of knew that that was going to go wide. Fully dark here. As now the offside flag is down, and that one is going to gather by the keeper as well. I was looking at the linesman thinking that the flag did come up. I'm pretty sure everyone there was thinking that the flag was about to come up, but it never did. And in the end, it was a weak effort there. And I think even the player that was about to hit this one, I think even he was surprised that he was in an onside position. Haven't really been at their best tonight. It's been SF Young Boys that have looked to be on top. And now they're going to have a dangerous free kick. And a yellow card is handed out to that SF Hibernian player. Let's see whether or not if he's going to try to go low, maybe get past the jumping wall here. By the way, what a chance this is. And that is in the back of the net, and it is 1-0 in favor of SF Young Boys. And I'll tell you what, the wall, they didn't jump here. And I got to get a second look at it, whether or not if he actually went around the wall, went over the wall. It feels like he did went around the wall there, which in that case, you could maybe question the wall in terms of setup. And I kind of saw how when the goalkeeper was trying to setting up his wall, he was not very convincing in terms of how to set his wall up properly. And because of that, that might be a punishing blow, because now his team is down 1-0. Either way, SF Young Boys wouldn't care. They got the lead and they're looking for another here. And well, I think he was trying to cross this one and maybe hit it toward his teammate, but just kind of got this one all wrong. Boys player. But now the cross comes in, and that one is headed in a dangerous area, and it's in the back of the net, and SF Hibernian has tied the game up. We can see the Hibernian fans, they celebrate there, but well, for SF Young Boys, that was definitely not great defending on their part, and that's got to be very disappointing after working so hard to get themselves the opening goal. And we're also looking to try to get a second one. They had some defensive lapse here, and really, well, the first time we've seen a defensive lapse by both of these teams, and it come costly here. Talk about what happened at the end of the game, as now here comes SF Hibernian. This is a big opportunity to try to get the lead, and it's saved by the keeper. And it's going to be play out here from SF Young Boys as the goalkeeper there makes a big save as there's some space there. Trying to center this one now. They're going to try to weave the ball to the right side. And the referee is going to say that's going to be a penalty. Well, the referee, well, actually, did he point to the spot? I thought he points to the spot here. I think he did. It was a very, very late call, and now he's going to have a discussion with the linesman here, but what a big moment this is in this game. Again, it was a very, very late call. It was definitely a lot of appeal, but in the end, looks like the referee have pointed to the spot unless we'll see whether or not if he maybe changed his decision with some confrontation. Yep, he's going to point to the spot, so a penalty is coming up for SF Hibernian, and a big opportunity here to take the lead for the first time tonight. What a big moment in this game. SF Hibernian scored this crucial goal to take the lead here, but he skies it. It's gonna be a goal kick here, and well, you wonder, the pressure kind of took a toll on him. He had a long time to wait to take that penalty, and sometimes you're the penalty kick taker, and how long it's been to trying to take that penalty, whether if the side kick did kind of cause him to shank that one, but just sense that that's seven. They had that big opportunity. Oh, the goalkeeper, he missed it, and now there's an open net here, and it is gonna go wide as well. The goalkeeper, he went on a venture there. He was trying to get that way, and then he kind of stumbled on the ground. Obviously, he couldn't punch that one out because he was way out of his box to help their cause in the relegation battle. This one is bounced in the box. It's still not all the way clear. Still not all the way clear as SF Young Boys just trying to set up a shot. It was a swing and a miss. Now the shot does come in, and the goalkeeper, he did fumble that one, but got her on the second attempt. Oh, and that's a bad pass, but he does still get the ball in as this one is flicked away, and it's clear off the line. And it's gonna be a throw-in, and I'll tell you what, I was not expecting that ball to be delivered into the box. When that ball was deflected, I thought that was the end of that, but in the end, it was still put in a dangerous area. Actually, not where I usually see a long throw-in, but here it is. A moon ball comes into the box. It's headed away. Maybe a transitional moment here for SF Hibernian. And that is the full-time whistle. It's full-time here at Crocker Amazon Soccer Complex. It finished honors even in a game where there was a lot of action. Both of these teams were definitely pushing hard to get this win, but either way, in this relegation six-pointer, both teams will grab themselves a point. As the final score of this game, it's SF Young Boys 1, SF Hibernian 1. So it's just finished here at Crocker Amazon Soccer Complex as I'm now making my way out of the soccer complex. And in the end, it finished 1-1 between SF Hibernian and SF Young Boys. And I gotta say, you know, this draw, I think it will definitely benefit Hibernian more than Young Boys, because one thing I forgot to mention about SF Young Boys, they got a really tough last two games with them. Have to play against SF Vikings and also SF City. Those two teams with Vikings being at the top of the standing and SF City being in fourth place, and you just kind of had a sense with them, if they really want to get themselves with some security, they had to win this one, and they looked like they were on their way to do so. They were the better team, at least for the first half, and got that goal in the second half, but the game really took a turn when SF Hibernian was able to get themselves an equalizer. And to be fair, SF Hibernian, they had a massive chance to win this one. They had a chance from the penalty spot. It was a really long delay before that penalty kick was taken, and you just wonder when you have a long delay like this whether or not if the penalty kick taker just got iced there, because I think he clearly got iced there, and that he just completely skies that one over the bar. And then as the time winds down, both of these teams were pushing hard to try to get the win, but neither of these teams were able to do so. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time on another Sporthop series episode.